So the first question is,
you guys rolling?
Yeah.
So where are you originally from, and how'd you end up settling in Moreno Valley?
All right. Well, first I wanted to kind of introduce myself. So
Okay,
my
yeah.
name is Gary Lurica, and we're part owner of the PI Grill, which is a Filipino restaurant here in Moreno Valley.
Yeah.
So we started this about 5 years ago, and we actually started down the street, which is probably less than half of this place. It's like really small, and we wanted to try it out. We live maybe 5 miles from here. So our thing is, if we're gonna create a business, it needs to be within this area because it's predominantly like Filipino.
Yeah.
Like if you cross the street, that whole compound right there, a lot of Filipino.
Yeah.
So when we started, we were like a couple miles the other way, and we get a lot of complaining that it's too far, even though it's only like a mile away. But we're like, okay, well, we need to get closer to where the demographics are. So we ended up here in this particular place. So this was a business, like a regular office business, and so we had to work with the landlord to build it like a restaurant.
Yeah, this looks very nice.
Okay.
So what were your motivations on building a restaurant?
So actually, it kind of, we weren't really planning to build a restaurant. Initially, my wife was an RN, and she was getting tired of the nursing thing.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I want to do something different. And initially, she was seeing these nurse registries. So every time a nurse doesn't show up, they have to call somebody, and this nurse registry would send nurses.
Yeah.
And so she's like, well, why don't we do something like that? So open a business where we hire a bunch of nurses and send them.
Oh.
You know, so we did that for like 2 years, and it didn't kind of generate what we thought it was going to generate. And so what we earned from that, we're like, well, what are we going to do now? We can either go on vacation and spend it all, or we can try to start something else.
Yeah.
And so my father always wanted to build a restaurant, and we had a restaurant in the Philippines. And we had to build it here, but he already passed away.
Wow.
And so my wife, who at the time was my girlfriend, my dad would take her to go like look at pots and pans, you know, restaurant equipments.
He was dropping it.
And so yeah, he was just kind of like, and then he passed away without us doing anything. And so we're like, well, we just do a restaurant like what your dad was trying to do.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we opened that little one. And
it was like a bakery?
It's almost the same size as this bakery right here.
Yeah.
See that? That was like our first one. It was like the same size, really small. And then we moved over here and we opened this. And then we opened this bakery.
Oh. The next question is, what are some key ingredients in Filipino food that set it apart from other types of food?
I don't know if there's any key experience. Like I myself, I mean, I was born in the Philippines, but I came when I was 5. I'm pretty American. So, but as far as like key ingredients that we have, and I love food. You know, I try Cuban food, I try all kinds of food, and it's basically, I mean, when you think about it, right? Chicken is chicken.
Yeah.
In any culture.
Yeah.
Right? Beef is beef. Although we don't have for example, like Indian food, where they have a lot of strong, what they call herbs and like spices that makes that culture different. So we do have some of that because the Philippines has been, I don't want to say invaded, but it's been visited by, you know, Americans, Japanese, well, many different nations. So all these people brought all their ingredients into the Philippines.
So it's kind of like a mixture.
And it's just a mixture of all these. That's why not just the food, but you see Filipinos with a lot of like Spanish like last names, like Cruz, Gonzalez, because of all those. And you also see a lot of American influence. Like the culture of the Philippines is pretty Western. You know, you can go to some of the slum of the Philippines, and you can talk to them in English, and you can kind of understand what they're saying. Because the culture, like the TV shows they watch, are pretty much all American. So as far as going back to the ingredients, it's really a mixture of many different types of culture. And if you find it that it's kind of pretty much the same with every culture. Although there are some foods that are really ethnic, and I'm sure you'd find it also in a lot of South African, because they cook a lot of like internal, not just your typical like beef, but they use a lot of like liver and the organs. They use everything. Well, the thing is, it's a third world country. There's not much to go by. So you don't waste anything. You know, here's something that most people don't know. So here, we don't serve it here, but Philippines, they cook chicken feet. But in the Philippines, because of the Western culture, they call that Adidas.
Adidas?
Right? The Adidas side. So that's what, when you order it there, you say Adidas. They know it's chicken feet. Fun fact.
That's funny.
Can you describe your most popular dish?
So one of the most popular dishes that we have is called kare kare. It's Kare, and it's basically yeah. So here, I'll just read it to you. I was gonna just so it's stewed oxtail, beef, tripe, vegetable enriched peanut sauce served with shrimp paste. So like, and of course there's a picture there. And so the thing is, like me growing up here, I never understood why the shrimp paste go with peanut sauce. Right? So for years, I mean I'm 44 now, but for years I always ate it just the way it is. You know, peanut sauce, vegetable, and I'm not, like I said, I grew up here, so the whole tripe thing is not my thing. And I just ate it like that. And then sometimes we have customers who come here and if they forget to give them the shrimp paste, they're like pissed. I'm like, shrimp paste. So until a year ago, right? I'm 44. A year ago, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this shrimp paste.
Try it.
See what this is about. And oh my God, like the whole confluence of taste of the shrimp paste and that.
Now you understand.
Unbelievable. And I can't eat that without the shrimp paste. In fact, one day I sometimes, I do work here. So I called to go, and they forgot the shrimp paste. I was pissed.
Just like that guy.
So I came back and like, where's my shrimp paste? I understand. But that's very popular, and we believe that we serve the best kare kare everywhere. And aside from that, that's another thing. What that is what is that? Crispy pata. It's large deep fried pork hot served with spicy vegetables and garlic. Those two things are like, we can't keep them in.
How do you get the vegetables spicy?
Well, they ferment them. So they kind of ferment and put all these ingredients in it. And they actually, it's with soy sauce. And and so we ferment them, and that's how they get their spice.
Okay, so.
But it's really just chili.
It's really chili? Oh.
Yeah, it's like red chili pepper.
I love hot foods. How does the way in which you designed or decorated your business reflect your ethnicity, culture, or heritage?
Actually, this is a little bit more kind of traditional, I guess, restaurant. But when we started, we actually, we had bamboos like coming out of the walls, just like the Philippines, known for bamboos. We had that, and we had a like mural of like a forest town in the Philippines with a carabao and some kid like showering on the edge of the river. Carabao is kind of like the specific animal that you see a lot in the Philippines. And so we had that, and that was the influence of the Philippines. So after that, we're like, we should make it more like where everybody can see that it's just a regular, typical restaurant, not so much more kind of like towards Filipino style. You know, the thing with, because it's a business, you don't want to just limit it to Filipinos. So you want to open it for everybody. because the more people come in, the better you
More
eat.
business.
Yeah, so yeah, the pot and the whole thing is kind of in the Philippines. They use a lot of pots.
Yeah.
And like clay pot, and so that, I guess that's an influence. But you see everything else is kind of not really like you. If you didn't know it was a Filipino, you'd be like, "What is this?" So, it doesn't really give you that.
Yeah.
So, but we're looking to actually renovate this, and we're gonna put like a little stage. We're gonna have karaoke.
What? That's fun.
cool.
Yeah, so that gives me more Filipinos in karaoke.
Yeah.
Or Asians in karaoke.
Have you had to Americanize your menu or restaurant to cater to a larger audience, or what challenges have you faced serving Filipino food to non-Filipino people?
Yeah, so like I said, there are many ethnic food that you can serve, like blood in the Philippines. It's big. Like you take the blood of an animal and they cook it. So I think Germany has their own way of cooking that too. But we kind of took that out because it's disgusting. So no, Filipinos love that, but it's not our thing. So we took that out. We do serve some tribe and some stuff because again, Filipinos use a lot of ligaments and tribe.
Oh.
Yeah, tribe, a lot of like intestine and all that. So we do serve some, but we know that's kind of ethnic.
Yeah.
Like most Americans kind of like that. I mean, although if you eat like pho, like you know those Vietnamese, they do serve that as well. So, but for us, it's kind of like we're gonna serve some, but not really that ethnic. Philippines also serve a lot of like dried fish. Like for most people, it stinks because it's dry. It's like fermented fish. But so we don't serve that because it's kind of ethnic. Like Filipinos, like if you gave me an opportunity to like choose between steak and lobster or like fried rice and some dried fish, I'm good with dried fish. There's nothing like eating that, you know, all day. Steak and lobster, you know. See, I'm kind of like I enjoy food while I'm eating it. And so, and in fact, you probably see people eat with their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing like eating your food with just your hands. You know, it's like just grabbing the food. We actually have this thing in the Philippines where it's called udol. Like where they just put like banana leaves and they just put like rice, all kinds of, and everybody just kind of like.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, and yeah, that's cool. It's just there's nothing like enjoying food with people you love, and it's that intimate. Because I'll tell you something funny. Because my brother was kind of like, oh, over there, the rice was here, and he's like, oh, can I get more rice? So, but I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay. I think this is. That was the last question. Do you have any like recommendations for this menu?
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, the whole it's and that's huge. So like if you order that, yeah, that's that's a big one. Yeah. So I don't know if you wanna. But so like this, that's what do you call this? Sisig. So if you read that, that may be kind of, it's got like snout, like pig snout, right?
Oh.
And like, let's see what else. I think it's got tongue, pig tongue, and all that, and it's served, it's grilled. So I mean, my son grew up here. He was born here, but he loves that.
You want to get something together? If you want to.
So, I mean, calamari, right? You find calamari and all. But as far as like Filipino food, like that's definitely Filipino food. That's for sure Filipino food. I know like that, you know, other countries cook that because it's just Filipino.
Okay.
But that's more like a real, you don't find that in any other country.
Okay.
And yeah.
So these are the ones Filipino.
Yeah, that for sure is Filipino. So, but it's yeah.
Let's get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and rice. You guys should be.
Yes.
And coconut cheese.
Coconut cheese. What's that?
Oh, just coconut cheese.
Oh, cook.
Oh. Okay, do you want fried rice or regular?
Fried.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, we serve like garlic fried rice.
Okay, yeah, let's do garlic. You want to do garlic? Okay, garlic fried rice.
All right, let me